Hey, what is up everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be addressing the latest epic developments in the Boku no Hero story in what could easily become the best MHA arc to date. One of the high-end Nomu just did something that I think is extremely important. I think that this Nomu is unique and its unusual abilities are a clear warning about what's to come. On top of that, the new and improved Shigaraki is an absolute monster. The changes that were made to him are terrifying, and by the looks of it, this new Shigaraki is about to awaken very soon. We need to talk about all of that and more, so let's get into it. By the way, you guys know that we cover a bunch of different anime series on this channel, and there's been some debate on our social media recently about which of the series that we cover is the fan favorite among our fans. So, in order to settle it once and for all, we're going to see which of our videos can get the most likes. If you're on team Boku no Hero, definitely leave a like, and let's see if we can hit something crazy like 15,000 likes. And of course, if you want us to keep the content going, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. Finally, as I always say, this video will contain Boku no Hero manga spoilers. We are dealing with the latest developments in the series, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. Now, the previous installment of the story ended with Endeavor's fiery entrance into the battle of the secret lab. He shows up just as Mirko is facing her toughest challenge yet, the numerous high-end Nomu who are getting stronger and faster as more time passes from the moment that they were awakened. In spite of her best efforts and her incredible strength, speed, and bravery, Mirko was beginning to lose the fight against these relentless artificial humans, and her life was in grave danger. Thankfully, Endeavor shows up just in time, or at least that's what we're led to believe. The latest chapter begins a few moments before this happens, and we are shown just how Endeavor and a bunch of other heroes made their way to the secret lab. They followed the trail of Nomu through the hospital until they found a shortcut. This shortcut eventually led them to the area where the entrance to the lab is located, but once they got there, they realized that one of the high-ends was blocking the entrance to the lab. As you will recall, that high-end Nomu used some sort of extremely powerful regeneration quirk on top of some sort of engorging quirk in order to basically block the entire entrance with its own massive body. The number 6 pro hero Crust has been trying to break through the door in order to help Mirko for some time. Unfortunately, Crust wasn't having much luck with this particular high-end. The regenerative abilities of this Nomu are just too OP, and so the Nomu is able to regenerate faster than Crust can damage it. Thankfully, Endeavor shows up and tells everyone not to worry. Then Aizawa, Present Mike, and a few other heroes arrive right behind Endeavor. Aizawa is able to cancel out the engorged Nomu's regeneration quirk, and Endeavor proceeds to blast the Nomu out of the doorway. This allows Endeavor, Aizawa, Present Mike, Crust, and a few other heroes to enter the lab and finally give some much needed support to Mirko. As Endeavor stomps out the high end, he notices that there were dozens of layers of bones beneath its skin. These creatures were created for the explicit purpose of being as strong and durable as possible, and clearly a lot of detail went into their construction. Aizawa then tells Endeavor that he couldn't erase the quirk of the Nomu who was attacking Mirko on the other end of the lab because the other two Nomu, the female Nomu and the Nomu with the elephant nose, are blocking the way. Endeavor tells Aizawa and the other heroes to finish those two Nomu as quickly as possible while he rushes off to help Mirko in her fight against the extremely stubborn Super Buu Nomu. Over in the other part of the lab, Mirko was able to locate Shigaraki's tube right away because her body told her that something dangerous was in there. In fact, her rabbit instincts screamed at her that Shigaraki cannot be allowed to exit his tube. He is far too dangerous. As we see a glimpse of Shigaraki inside the watery tube, he appears to be smiling. It looks like he has a small smirk on his lips. And this might imply that he is actually awake and aware of what has been going on, at least partially. During this chapter, Shigaraki's procedure completion rate jumps from 74% to 76%, and Mirko knows that they must stop Shigaraki from waking up at all costs. We all knew that Shigaraki was already insanely OP when his quirk awakened or reawakened back during the My Villain Academia arc. And we all knew that this mysterious secret procedure is bound to make him even stronger. But this is our first real indication of just how terrifying Shigaraki's transformation is. Every instinct in Miruko's body was screaming at her that they have to prevent Shigaraki from getting out at all costs. If he gets out, all hell is going to break loose. If he gets out, the fight might already be over, and all of the work that the heroes put into planning these raids will be for nothing. The new Shigaraki and the villains will usher in a completely different world, and many will die as a result. This is the new reality that the current war arc seems to be preparing us for. Back at the entrance to the lab, the waifu high-end is fighting it out with Present Mike, Crust, Aizawa, and other heroes. And something extremely important happens during this showdown between the female high-end and the heroes. We clearly see just how different this female Nomu is from the other Nomu that we've seen up to this point. She quickly realizes that she hasn't been able to use her quirk for some reason, and she almost instantly figures out that the reason why she can't use her quirk is Aizawa. She also quickly realizes how exactly Aizawa's quirk erasing ability works. Since she hasn't made physical contact with Aizawa, and since Aizawa is hiding his eyes, the secret of his power must lie in his sight. So, the female Nomu uses her incredible speed to retreat and disappear from Aizawa's line of sight, thereby escaping the erasing effect of his quirk. Now, the nature of Aizawa's quirk might be obvious to us because we've known him for so long, but this female Nomu just met Aizawa for the very first time mere moments ago. And yet, she was able to figure out what exactly he is doing and adjust her behavior accordingly within seconds. Not to mention how clear and sophisticated her inner thoughts appear to be. Even among the high-end that we've seen so far, this female Nomu seems to be unbelievably intelligent. This is potentially approaching Kurogiri levels of quick thinking and intelligence, in my opinion. Which means that this female Nomu might be special even among the high-ends. This high-end might have more in common to Kurogiri than the other Nomu that we've met so far. Now, I've said this before, but my theory for why Kurogiri is so intelligent is that he wasn't created from a corpse. He was created from a person who was still alive at the time. I think that Oboro survived the accident that supposedly killed him, but he was of course gravely injured. Ujiko then faked Oboro's death and used his still living body to create Kurogiri. I also believe that this female Nomu might share the same origins. She may have been created from a living person, not a corpse. As the female Nomu disappears behind the tubes, its head and body begin to feel clearer, and it appears that she is now finally becoming fully awake. This means that she is about to get even more powerful and potentially even more intelligent. She then uses two quirks called Barrage and Acid simultaneously in order to launch a massive acid attack at the pro heroes. The attack appears to have done some damage to the heroes, and even Endeavor's arm looks like it was damaged by the acid. This is still happening in the moment before Endeavor rushes off to help Mirko. Back at the other end of the lab, Mirko is doing her very best to ruin Ujiko's day by stopping whatever it is that he is doing with Shigaraki. Ujiko is still scared and he still has boogers flowing from his nose, but unfortunately the Super Boo Nomu, the Nomu whose quirk Aizawa was unable to erase, grabs Mirko yet again. The Nomu stops Mirko from finishing the job, and it doesn't look good for Mirko at this point. The Super Boo Nomu seems to have a firm grip on the already injured Mirko, and it looks like her life might be in mortal danger. This is the point at which I began screaming internally because I love Mirko so much. She's easily in my top 5 favorite MHA characters already, so I am sending all of my positive energy to her and hoping that she will survive. I said this before, but Crust and some of the other heroes, I would understand if they have to go. I respect them, but I would understand. But I will not accept anything bad happening to the bunny queen Mirko. And if that makes me a simp for a fictional 2D character, then so be it. It's still better than simping over anyone who is in 3D. Thankfully, Endeavor storms in and rescues Mirko from the clutches of the Super Boo Nomu, and this sends Ujiko into another boogery panic attack. Bro, this has not been a good day for Ujiko. At this rate, he will soil himself and have a heart attack at the same time. Endeavor calls out to Mirko, but she doesn't waste any time talking about herself or her injuries. She immediately reveals Shigaraki's location and she screams at Endeavor to kill him and Ujiko. No matter what happens, they cannot let Shigaraki wake up. They have to prevent that from happening at all cost. And that is how this chapter ends. And to me, this appears to be an absolutely crucial chapter. A turning point chapter. The scene in which we got to see the female Nomu's train of thought was very important in my opinion. It shows that she is special, even among the high ends, and this Nomu in particular will likely be the key to understanding the truth about Kurogiri. Beyond that, this chapter has given us a terrifying glimpse into Shigaraki's insane transformation. The new Shigaraki will not just be a formidable opponent, he is so dangerous that allowing him to awaken could mean the end for the heroes. At this point, we have to assume that Shigaraki could single-handedly ruin this raid and bring about the end of the hero society. The level of desperation that the extremely brave and fierce Mirko shows when it comes to the need to stop Shigaraki tells us everything we need to know. The new Shigaraki is an absolute monster, and after he emerges from the tube, things will never be the same again. To be honest, I'm really conflicted about Shigaraki now because I definitely want to see him awaken and I want him to demonstrate his new insane power, but at the same time I don't want him to actually kill any of my favorite characters, including of course Mirko. Oh man, this arc is getting so intense. On the one hand, I am loving the hype and the action, but on the other hand, I am becoming increasingly worried for the safety of so many great characters. Let me know what you guys think. Is Shigaraki going to awaken and actually kill any major characters? Or are the heroes going to succeed in preventing that from happening? Also, am I the only one simping hard for Mirko? Or are there more of us Team Bunny Queen stans out there? Drop a hashtag Bunny Queen down in the comments if you're part of the Mirko simp crew. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like it, please don't forget to leave a like. Let's see how many Boku no Hero fans are on this channel. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar or you just haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. By the way, if you like the visuals in my videos and you're glad that you don't have to listen to my voice over a blank screen, please show some love to my visual editor, Kor. He makes quality anime content on his channel as well, so definitely check him out, link in the description. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for supporting our work and making these videos possible. Special thank you to Baby Ray, disciple of Lord Twigo himself. Another big thank you to all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, Alolan Atom, The World, Steelers, The School Bus, Tyson Quirino, A Quiet Respect, and Pate Heffa. And I can't forget our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Team Sparky 65, Rohan Kapoor, Cricket XP, Ted No Ted, Jalter, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Alicia Octer, Anamoles 69, Jessica Calafond, Emperor Otaku, JCC Waka, and The Coach. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value for you, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single $1 will give you access to our patron exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these legendary people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.